Now see, this is exactly the chronology of the origin of the Harappan civilization precisely. Fine. So how do we understand this entire chronology? Let me explain to you this idea. As of now, just we have understood that this is the era when the Neolithic culture started in the Indian subcontinent. All right. And the interesting part of this culture was this. This culture did not only start in this era, rather it continued for a long period of time in the entire Indian subcontinent, especially like this way. So this culture continued in some of the other pockets in the Indian subcontinent from this era onwards till almost till the end of the Harappan civilization. Fine. On the other hand, now in this era we witness another interesting development in the Indian subcontinent. It was the rise of Chalcolithic culture. Now the Chalcolithic cultures is a new thing that actually has happened before the origin of the Harappan civilization and also after the Neolithic culture in India. Now this is a new thing. Why? Because see, the people who are already there in this culture, now some of them started, of course, advancing themselves precisely in that way. They started advancing themselves in terms of the knowledge of some new technology. Because see, till here they were using only either the bone or the stone tools for their survival. Till here they were using only the bone or stone tools for their survival. Fine. Now for the first time, some of them, they learned how to make even copper. Alright, so the knowledge of copper smelting, the knowledge of how to derive copper from the copper ores, now that was known to some of these people, and this particular some of these people, they actually laid down the foundation of the emergence of a new culture in the Indian subcontinent, which is now of course called as the Chalcolithic cultures in front of all of you. So Chalcolithic simply means what? Copper and stone tools, because lithic again is meaning having stones basically. Chalco means here copper. So there were some people in the Indian subcontinent who were using these two types of tools. Stone tools they were using still, and at the same time they also came to know about the use of the tools made up of copper objects. Alright. Now this was a new thing learned by the human beings in the Indian subcontinent in fact. Alright. And this particular process led to the emergence of a new culture altogether in the Indian subcontinent that is called as Chalcolithic cultures. So now you can see the practices which already were there in this culture, especially like agriculture. यहाँ पे क्या था? यहाँ के लोग खेती करना जानते थे, तो जो खेती करना जानते थे वो नॉलेज तो यहाँ ट्रांसफर हुआ ही हुआ. So even these people also knew how to do farming, how to do agriculture. Fine. The only thing was that they were slightly advanced than their ancestors. And what was that advancement? Advancement was now they were using even copper. Now to use copper, obviously you require the knowledge of smelting, because you can't use copper outrightly. You will have to go through the process of smelting to derive copper. And since copper was the most ductile element, most ductile metal, malleable also in that way, so it became easier for them to give any shape to this copper object. Alright, they started burning the copper ores precisely. तो क्या क्या होगा इन्होंने, चाहे वो गलती से हुआ हो चाहे जैसे भी हुआ हो, किसी व्यक्ति ने किसी विशेष व्यक्ति ने कॉपर ओर को भैया कॉपर ओर में आग लगा दी होगी. ऑलराइट, अब वो आग लग जाने से वो मेल्ट करके कॉपर बाहर निकल गया, और जब मेल्ट करके बाहर निकल गया तो उसके बाद उसका शेप ले लिया ठंडा होने के बाद, और शेप ले लिया तो उनको लगा कि तो शानदार ऑब्जेक्ट है, इट कैन ऑल्सो बी यूज्ड गिविंग एनी शेप. दिस इज हाउ दे स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग. They started thinking on those copper molten objects, and then afterwards they started giving also shape to those copper objects or copper molten objects. This is how they invented some new tools in this era, and those new tools also played a crucial role in giving a new era of material culture overall in ancient India. So that is how a new culture started emerging in different pockets of India, that is called as Chalcolithic cultures. Oldest evidence of Chalcolithic culture from the Indian subcontinent has come from around 5000 BC, and it survived, it continued for a long period of time in the Indian subcontinent. It continued from here till 1000 BCE. Alright, so the Chalcolithic cultures started somewhere in 5000 BCE and continued in the Indian subcontinent till 1000 BC, till the emergence of a new metal called as iron. जब iron आ गया तो iron became the most dominant metal object for the society. Alright, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कॉपर उन्होंने यूज करना छोड़ दिया, कॉपर भी यूज कर रहे थे, लेकिन iron dominated artifacts, dominated tools, weapons were now being manufactured by the early society. तो जब तक आयरन नहीं आया तब तक कॉपर ने ही डोमिनेट किया. Alright, this is how Chalcolithic cultures emerged. Now in this culture, one significant development was people of this culture, they all were the village communities or village based culture. They all were village based culture, which simply means they were living inside a small village settlement in the form of huts, thatched roof huts altogether, alright. And there was some humble beginning of exchange system in terms of someone of them were making the copper objects, someone of them making even the pottery objects. So they started exchanging those particular objects in the form of a barter system. तो क्या हुआ, इस एज में विलेज तो आया ही आया, विलेज तो ऑलरेडी था ही, विलेज भी आना शुरू हो गया, नंबर ऑफ विलेज आल्सो स्टार्टेड इंक्रीजिंग. At the same time, some evidence of when barter system also started emerging. Alright, तो क्या हुआ कि कोई पॉटरी बना रहा हो, कोई कॉपर का सामान बना रहा था, कोई कुछ और बना रहा था, टेक्सटाइल बना रहे थे. The idea is simple, because from here we also got the evidence of spindle holes. Spindle holes to convert cotton into thread, and then from thread to convert into a textile. That is also was happening in this era. So we have got the spindle holes evidences also coming from the Chalcolithic cultures of Malwa area, that is precisely of central India of our country. So that is where we understand one thing, कि textile भी बना रहे थे अब, copper objects भी बना रहे थे अब, potteries भी बना रहे थे अब. Difference यहाँ ये था कि they were making a simple pottery here. They are making simple pottery over here. But here, the pottery technology got slightly advanced. Now they were producing color-based potteries or colored pottery as well here. अब बर्तनों में वो कलर भी लगा रहे थे. This is the new thing that happened in this era. Pottery तो पहले भी बना रहे थे, but pottery was basically completely the normal color of the let's say the mud. The normal color of mud when it is, let's say, baked, it was a normal, let's say, color that was given to the pottery. But after that, they also started applying the red and the black color also on the pottery. So black and red ware, pottery was already invented by the Chalcolithic people altogether. And the top of that, these people emerged in different pockets of India. Again, in northwest India, in central India, in let's say the Rajasthan of today's India. In all of these particular territories of India, many Chalcolithic cultures emerged. And why it emerged? Reason being, you understand one thing, that we have copper mine in today's Rajasthan. Where it is? Khetri region of Rajasthan. Good. So Khetri copper mines are there in Rajasthan, located in Jhunjhunu district of Rajasthan. So राजस्थान में आज भी कॉपर माइनिंग होता है, आज भी होता है. So theoretically I'm telling to all of you that in the Indian subcontinent, this was the only base of copper at that point of time. So they actually got the access of this copper from Rajasthan precisely. Then the copper could have been also accessed from the border of Afghanistan and Tajikistan, because there also one copper mine is located. The third copper mine is located in Oman, in Qatar, Oman, in this neighboring regions. All right. That is how we know about the Chalcolithic culture. Now see, Chalcolithic culture finally laid down the base for the emergence of a new culture altogether in the Indian subcontinent. It was here, in this context, this is called as the pre-Harappan people that emerged over here, and then the early Harappans emerged over here, and then finally the mature Harappans emerged over here. Pre-Harappan means a village which was about to be converted into the urban areas. A village about to be converted into the features of the Harappan urban areas. That is how it is called as pre-Harappan sites of the Indian subcontinent. The early Harappans simply means a village which was now almost half converted to the urban areas. Half was yet to be converted. That is called as early Harappans in this era. And then finally here, fully the Harappan villages were converted completely into an urban centers. All right. That is how mature Harappan era is identified. So between 2600 to 1900 BCE, this is a very important era for all of you. 2600 to 1900 BCE, this period is called as the period of Harappan civilization. Fine. इसी पीरियड को कहते हैं हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन, बाकी इसको नहीं. This is what actually is called as Harappan civilization. Why? Because in this era, the mature Harappans dominated the entire Indian subcontinent. Fine. And how do we identify and classify them different from the others? They are classified different from others because of one particular fundamental aspect, that is, they were urban dwellers. They were living in the urban areas. They were having now robust infrastructure, buildings, construction of, let's say, drainage, lanes, roadways, etc. Those all were the essential features of urban areas. In that way, now some of these people of Indian subcontinent who are now identified as Harappan civilization or Harappan people, they were living in the urban centers. तो ये कौन से लोग थे? ये इन्हीं के successors थे. All right, इन्हीं के successors, with the passage of time, they kept on evolving, and then finally a time had come when they started moving towards the urban centers. And that was the chief feature of this era, that is called as mature Harappan, or also called as Harappan civilization. तो हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन का मतलब क्या हुआ? मेच्योर हरप्पन्स. मेच्योर हरप्पन्स का मतलब क्या हुआ कि वैसे लोग हरप्पा के जो कि अर्बन सेंटर्स में रह रहे थे, उनको हम कहेंगे मेच्योर हरप्पन्स, सिंपल शब्द में. ऑलराइट, सो दैट इज हाउ दे ऑल एक्चुअली वर नाउ लिविंग इन द अर्बन सेंटर्स ऑफ हरप्पा इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पीरियड. फाइन. This is the period where we witness a decline of Harappa as well. From 1900 to 1700 BC, this is a declining phase of Harappa, and then finally here they got extinct. In 1700 BC, they got extinct. So for 200 years, they struggled. They struggled to preserve themselves. They struggled to preserve themselves in their own territory. But after doing everything, they could not, or rather they failed to preserve themselves in their territory. Hence, they had to leave their urban centers. And exactly when the urban centers were deserted, it is called as decline of Harappan civilization. Alright, so that is how Harappans decline over here also. So see, this is the background. This is the background when Harappans emerged as the urban dwellers. At the same time, they were not distinct only because of urban centers being used by them. Rather, these people were also advanced in many aspects. अगर हम इनसे कंपेयर करें तो इनसे काफी एडवांस थे ये लोग. ये सारे फीचर्स ये भी जानते थे. अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग, जो हमने यहां मेंशन किए हैं सारे पॉइंट्स, इवन हरप्पन्स आल्सो न्यू ऑल दिस थिंग्स. but they were slightly advanced than their predecessors. How? पहला तो वो अर्बन एरिया में रह रहे थे. दूसरा, they actually knew the technology. The new technology was known to them. And this technology was a great advantage for Harappans, that is called as metallurgy. वहां वो स्मेल्टिंग कर रहे थे, अब ये मेटलर्जी भी जानते थे. Science of metallurgy means that you know how to mix metals to produce a new metal altogether, produce an alloy altogether. This is called as metallurgy. So they knew also how to mix two metals to produce a new metal altogether, and hence they knew to produce even bronze in this era. Because you can't produce bronze if you don't have knowledge of how to mix copper with tin. Alright, so bronze can only produce when you know about mixing of copper with tin. Fine, and this knowledge was there with the Harappan people. Besides that, they were also known for their long distance trade and the trading activities, which was not known to their other predecessors. So that is where you can see the chief features of the Harappan civilization. Apart from that, one very distinguishing feature of this particular people was they knew how to write. So knowledge of writing was also there with the Harappan people. ये इनके पास नहीं था. तो आप समझ सकते हैं कितने एडवांस थे बाकियों से ये. तो एडवांसमेंट कैसे आया? ये आया नेचुरल प्रोसेस ऑफ इवोल्यूशन था. ये धीरे धीरे पैसेज ऑफ टाइम 100, 200 साल, 400 साल, 500 साल रहते 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 kept on experimenting, and then finally a stage came. A stage came in this era when they were now living in urban centers as urban dwellers, to whom we call as Harappan civilization. Fine, that is how the Harappan civilization actually emerged. Clear? But the background was definitely can be traced from this era itself. Because what was Harappan? Harappans were a direct offshoot of the Chalkati culture only. The direct offshoot of the Chalkati culture only. The only thing was that they knew how to make bronze. Hence, they were advanced than their predecessors. Fine. So, Harappan civilization was an offshoot of Chalkati cultures of India basically. Alright. Because the area where they emerged, it is same area where we have had many of the Chalcolithic cultures existing in the Indian subcontinent. Just a moment. Now see, this is the area where the Chalcolithic culture is already there, and this is the same area where Harappan civilization also emerged in the Indian subcontinent. For example, this was the belt of Chalcolithic cultures. This was also belt of Chalcolithic culture. This was also belt of Chalcolithic culture. This was the belt of Chalcolithic culture. These all were the belts of Chalcolithic culture, and here only the Harappans also emerged as a very dominant player in the Indian subcontinent. So that's the reason why I just mentioned one particular statement. They were the offshoot of Chalcolithic people only in the Indian subcontinent. Fine. So that is how we actually understand about the emergence of the Harappan civilization. But this emergence we need to understand in the context of the background that we have just understood in the context of Chalcolithic culture.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.